As you can see in the title, I have a very special announcement, very special news, and that is that my phone is crooked. No, it's that my album is out. My album is finally out, guys. For those of you who don't know, this is a project I've been working on for two years. 2 years. I started learning guitar in freshman year summer, so that would be, that would be summer of 2022, and I finished this project in the fall of 2024, and I pretty much learned guitar, and I knew some music theory from before, so I played piano, I played piano for a long time, but yeah, it was a project and a half. And I'm so glad I'm done. I'm so proud of it. It is completely homemade, very rusty, and very, the production's a little sketchy, but I think it adds to the charm. And I thought I might just take this video today to celebrate with you guys. I think I deserve to be able to talk about this for an extended period of time because I'm so proud of it. It's probably the most frustrating thing that I ever did. My bed right now. Probably the most frustrating thing I ever did. In between writing the songs, finding the chord progressions, while learning guitar, writing the lyrics, and learning how to produce and record, which is the most important part. Also, sorry that the camera is kind of tilted. But I think the most challenging part was I started going to therapy as well at that time. Because, okay, here's some tea lore, but in the spring of freshman year, I came to terms with a lot of stuff that had happened to me when I was a teenager and things. And I decided that it was time to go to therapy about it. And so kind of used a lot of what I uncovered through journaling and therapy as stuff to write about for this album. And also, just took all that I was feeling and put it into the music. Young Mungo, YOUNGMUNGO. Young Mungo. Have not finished this book yet, but I will soon, and I'll tell you guys about it. But back to what I was saying. It was a really good way to feel my feelings, and music kind of became like this harbor for me to kind of feel things. And so that's kind of how all this music was made. It was just feeling, and it was like the music that I needed to make to be able to process and get things out of my system. And I'd say the theme of the album in general is like loneliness and winter. I posted on my community tab a little description about the album, but to just summarize, the winter seems to be like a period of reflection, kind of like nature takes its natural course and kind of fades away a little bit, goes to sleep for a while, and we kind of also get this feeling of kind of dying with nature, not literally of course, but sort of emotionally, and kind of like a cycle, like the cycle of the self, and in a way, like if you want to ever progress and grow and change, you kind of have to you die a little bit every time you change. You kind of take some of yourself and continue with the rest. Sounds very dark. It's not supposed to be dark, and it's not supposed to encourage anything. It's a metaphysical, spiritual type of thing. But had a lot of tough emotions, very scary emotions. And the first song I made recently, but the first 3 songs I made during that time. It was the winter of 2022, and I was going through a lot of stuff. I fell out with 2 of my best friends, and I also just went through some things that nobody should probably go through. I'm being very vulnerable right now. This is for the music. And I also came out to my parents, which was quite difficult, and there's a song on there that talks about that. But yeah, so those first 4 songs were born then, those first 3 songs. And then there's another song, Gavage, that was born later. And Here to Stay was also born kind of in the spring, summer of 2023, which is when I started kind of processing and trying to put words to things. And what felt so good about this time is that it was like the beginning of making music for me. So I kind of really enjoyed being able to experiment with whatever I wanted, and there was absolutely no pressure, not even for myself, to make something good. So I was able to really like play around with sounds and things, and it was really cool. And then I kept writing and released the second, third, and fourth song. So I have something stuck on my finger. The second, third, and fourth song. So If Only, Trapped and Gutted, and then Here to Stay, which is the 11th and last song in the winter of 2023. Just as a little EP, and I didn't think it was going to be much else. But after I released that, people liked it. So I was like, okay, why don't I make this a big project? And I kind of dive deep into this sort of like blue color, orange, warmth theme, loneliness, introspection, a lot of different things were going on in my mind. Fog, trees, and things. It's so hard to explain. But I decided that I was going to keep writing, so I did. And this is where writing got really difficult for me. I wrote Give It Back, which is on there, and it's just a demo of it, which I recorded in my attic because I didn't know how to record the song because of the volume changes. I'm not that good at production yet. So I decided that the attic was a good place because it had very much natural reverb going on. Reverb. Sorry, I gotta remember this is an ASMR video and not me ranting about my music, but it's both. And then made that song, and then I kind of hit a wall, I'm pretty sure. I kept hitting walls because I kept comparing my music to other people's music. Like people I knew in real life, and then other people that I really looked up to that had once become inspirations, and then suddenly it felt like it was kind of tedious even to listen to their music because I compared myself so much to it. And so that was very tough for me. I had to really sit down and kind of process and be like, no, okay, we're telling this story. We're gonna be able to do it in the limited fashion that I have because I barely have any microphones. I don't have any producers. I don't have any engineers. I did it all myself, which is why it's so rusty. But I was like, okay, you're not gonna be able to create something that's perfect sounding. And you're not gonna be able to, you know, make these curated sounds that a lot of people are able to make. You're just gonna make what you make, and that's it. And I had to go through that barrier like more than I think 20 times. I had so many breakdowns where I would literally get on the floor of my living room and just like lay down and look at my roommates and be like, wow, I suck at music. And they'd be like, can you shut up? I'd be like, no, but like genuinely, like if you think about my music on the grand scheme of things, it's just like so insignificant and it's bad and whatever. Which I'm sure happens to every single person that tries to make a creative project. But it was really tough. Like music went from being something I really cared about and was a really good outlet for me, while still being that, became also something that gave me a lot of like trouble with my mental health. Because I was so, like, I attached so much of my self-worth to being able to create it because I wanted to make something that could communicate what I was going through and that could be, you know, like long lasting in some way. And there's all these like expectations that you put up to yourself and you're like, okay, like I like these artists that make music like this and they've really changed my life and I want to be able to make music that also communicates with people. And ultimately I just had to like be like, you know what, if it happens, it happens, but the music is there to be made because I want to feel and I want to be able to express, and that's the main reason. That's it. But it took me so long. And so summer was really tough for me in creating. I sort of created less on the channel too, I think. I was like very much in a creative rut. And fall as well. Fall was really tough for me in terms of creativity, except for towards the end. A bunch of stuff happened. And a lot of different songs came out of that. I finished Wherever I Come From, which I had started a year earlier. And I did If She Wasn't Around in like a day. Very specific day. I'll not get too much into that. It's about someone we've talked about on this channel, and there's a deleted video. Anyways, if you know, you know. And then what else is there? Right, Could You Show Me? I forgot Could You Show Me is the title track. What the heck? Could You Show Me is a song. This one actually has an interesting story. And I hope you are enjoying these rambles. I'm sorry, I'm being kind of... I'm like so focused on telling this story to you guys, but it's really something I care about and I'm very passionate about it. So, Could You Show Me was February or March of 2023. And honestly, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I, in the past, have struggled a lot with body image. And so I went through this whole phase where I was like, I'm going to bulk and I'm going to be like ripped, whatever, blah, blah. And I remember I was like, okay, like I'm going to eat a bunch and then go to the gym, blah, blah. And I remember one day I was like so sick of eating so much. I thought in my head, I was like, wow, like I think I'm like this is not good for me. Like I'm really hurting myself. And so then that's when I wrote Could You Show Me, because it was about you know, that feeling of wanting to be enough for someone. And yeah, that's how the song was born. And then I recorded it immediately afterwards. Actually, it's a phone demo, as you can hear in the beginning, the click of the phone and stuff. But I really felt gross that day. And it has to do with other stuff. There's a lot of other themes in it that maybe I don't really want to talk about on YouTube and stuff. But mostly it is about that. It was born out of that feeling. And please do not worry about me. I'm doing very well. I'm doing fine. I'm in therapy and I'm doing great and a-okay. And being able to talk about these things and put it into music is what made me feel a-okay. So grateful that you were listening. And again, very sorry if that was triggering to anybody. But yes, that leads me to the last two songs that I made, which are Never Meant and Moth. I made those a week before releasing this album because I was like, I need more harmony songs because people like the harmony songs. So I like kind of sat down and just did it. Was very stressed about finals and about other stuff, so it came very naturally, just like to kind of vent without speaking. And yeah, that is my album. So if you made it this far, I very much appreciate it. Comment down below what your favorite song is, if you listen to it. And if you have any questions about it, please do ask. I would love to talk about it, as you can tell. My foot is falling asleep. I'm sitting on the floor. But hopefully, for those of you that are new to this channel and were just watching because you were watching, welcome to me rambling about music, and I hope you like this channel. And normally I make ASMR. And also, this is probably the last time that you'll hear about my music for a while because I'm taking a break. It was a lot to finish this project, so I'm taking a break. And I hope you guys can enjoy the music that I put out. And I will work on, there's a ton of things I need to work on. I need to work on my songwriting, how to build a song, how to play guitar better, how to produce and record better, probably meet someone who could help me do that, and kind of explore new sounds and things. I have a lot of ideas. So, for the time being, we rest. And we rest because this is the last video of 2024. And I love you guys a lot. Thank you for sticking by me. Thank you for all of those of you who joined this year. 2025 is going to be a good year. I'm going to try my best to post a lot. I'm going to be going through a million changes. I'm graduating college. I'm probably going to find a job if I'm lucky. Probably I'm going to move into a new place, and damn, we're going to leave that room that I love. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, I'll make a cozy space in my new house for you guys. And then, yeah, it's going to be a lot of change in 2025, but hopefully we can rest throughout, and I'm glad to have you guys here for the ride. And first video of 2025, I will share my resolutions with you. My resolution bingo. I think that can be really fun. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I love you. And thank you for listening to my music, if you did, and for all your kind messages and all your love and support. People took notes, people sent lovely messages, and it made my week. I am so grateful that I have a community where I can share these things and these really, really deep feelings, and people are able to listen to them and kind of like process. And it's just, I feel so grateful. It's all I ever really wanted, is to be able to make music and be able to talk about it and the feelings that come up while making it and that go into it, and all that thought that I put into the process. So hope you like the album, and I love you lots. Okay, bye.